Eala Nation, take a deep breath and sit down. Today is Tuesday, February 10th, 2026, and the sun has risen over a very different and painful reality for Philippine tennis. What was supposed to be the biggest celebration of our lives, the day our champion finally entered the WTA top 40, has instead turned into a moment of absolute crushing silence. We were all ready. We had our flags out in the stands of Doha. We had our alarms set across Manila and Pakistan. We were waiting for that one moment where Alex Eala would step onto the centre court and prove to the world that she is no longer just a rising star, but a global force. But instead, the dream has been shattered into a million pieces. The scoreboard at the qualifier International Complex tells a story that none of us wanted to read. Alex Eala is out of the Doha 1000. In just 2 sets, with a scoreline of 6-7, 1-6, the journey in Qatar has come to a brutal end. But if you think this is just another ordinary loss on the tour, you are dead wrong. This isn't just a defeat, it's $1 million heartbreak that has sent shockwaves through the entire 2026 tennis season. This loss is deeper than just points, it's about a missed destiny. Do you realize exactly what we just lost today? The entire tennis world, from the high-level boardrooms of the WTA to the major broadcasters in London, New York and Manila, was praying for one specific match. We were all on a collision course for a round 3 blockbuster. Alex Eala versus Raducanu. Think about that. This was the golden match. 2 of the most famous, most marketed and most talented young faces in female tennis, both Grand Slam champions in their own right, meeting on a 1,000-level stage. The tickets in Doha were already being scalped for thousands of dollars in anticipation. The TV rights were worth millions, but because of this defeat to Tereza Valentova, that dream is officially dead. The collision that would have stopped the Philippines and the United Kingdom simultaneously has been cancelled. But the question we all have to ask today is, why did it happen? How could our world number 40, a player who just made history as the highest-ranked Filipino ever, look so helpless in that second set? Just yesterday the news was glorious. Alex Eala had officially cracked the WTA top 40, a feat no pinner has ever achieved in the Open era. She had the momentum from her quarter-final run in Abu Dhabi. She had the crowd, the fame and the form. So how did a qualifier, someone she should have handled, manage to dismantle her so easily? Is it the crushing weight of being the national icon? Is it the physical fatigue of a brutal 2026 schedule? Or is it something much more mysterious and haunting? We are talking about a statistic that is now a psychological wall for Alex. The 0-10 Czech Curse. 10 times Alex has stood across the net from a player representing the Czech Republic, and 10 times she has walked away in tears. From the legends to the rising stars like Valentova, the Czech wall is standing firm, and right now, it is the only thing standing between Alex Eala and the world top 30. In this 20-minute investigative special, we are going inside the war room. We are going to analyze the exact moment the first set tiebreak slipped away and why Alex's energy vanished in the second set. We are going to calculate the massive financial blow, over $1.5 million in potential earnings that vanished with this loss. And most importantly, we are going to look at the reactions from the international community. Is the WTA system unfair to players like Alex? Why was she scheduled the way she was? Don't go anywhere. Over the next 15 minutes we are going deep into the data, the drama and the truth that the cameras didn't show you. This is the post-mortem of the Doha disaster and it starts right now. Now, let's talk about the cold, hard reality that nobody is discussing, the money. In professional tennis, especially at the WTA 1000 level, every single match is a financial gamble. For a rising star like Alex Eala, whose journey is funded by hard work and sponsorship, every win is a building block for her future. But this loss to Tereza Valentova, it didn't just hurt her ranking, it burned a massive hole in her bank account. Let's look at the official prize money breakdown for Doha 2026. Just by stepping onto the court for the first round, Alex secured a paycheck of $18,300. In Philippine pesos, that is roughly 1 million pesos. For most people that is a fortune, but for an elite athlete that barely covers the costs of a world-class coach, a traveling physiotherapist and international flights. The real money was in the second and third rounds. If Alex had won this match against Valentova, her prize money would have jumped to $26,000 for the second round. And if she had reached that dream clash with Raducanu in the third round, she would have walked away with a staggering $49,250. That is over 2.8 million Philippine pesos. Eala Nation, do you see the scale of the heartbreak now? By losing this one match, Alex Eala didn't just lose a spot in the bracket, She lost a potential payout of 1.5 million pesos in additional earnings. That is money that could have funded her entire European clay court season. That is money that could have hired the best specialists in the world to help her finally break the Czech jinx. When we say the stakes were high, we aren't just talking about a trophy. We are talking about the financial engine that drives a professional career. But the loss isn't just financial. Let's talk about the Raducanu Factor. We all know Emma Raducanu. She is the golden girl of the WTA, the 2021 US Open champion and a global marketing powerhouse. A match against Emma isn't just a tennis match, it's a global audition. Had Alex faced Emma in round 3, the viewership in the Philippines, the UK, and the USA would have broken records. Sponsors from around the world would have had their eyes on Alex Eala. One win against a name like Raducanu on a 1,000-level stage could have led to endorsement deals worth millions of dollars. Think about the brands, think about the global visibility. This was Alex's chance to show the world that she is the Asian Raducanu. It was the perfect story, two young legends both making history for their countries, meeting in the desert of Qatar. But because of those 2 sets against Valentova, the cameras will stay away. The British media won't be writing about the Filipina sensation, and the global sponsors will have to wait for another day. And this is where it gets frustrating for us fans because we saw the first set. We saw Alex leading, we saw that fighting spirit that took her to world number 40. She was so close to that $50,000 payday, she was so close to the global spotlight, but as the match progressed we watched the energy drain out of her. We watched the points slip away. And as the final ball hit the net, we didn't just see a match end, we saw a golden opportunity for Philippine sports vanish into the night. But why did the energy fail? Why did the world number 40 lose her rhythm against a qualifier? In the next part we are going to look at the Czech wall and why this specific opponent, Tereza Valentova, has become a ghost that follows Alex Eala everywhere. Is it a tactical mistake, or is the pressure of the top 40 ranking too much for her to carry? Stay tuned, because the analysis is about to get even deeper. Now, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. The statistic that is haunting every Filipino tennis fan today. The 0-10 record. 10 times Alex Eala has stepped onto a professional court against a player from the Czech Republic, and 10 times the result has been the same. Whether it was the legendary Barbara Krejcikova at Wimbledon, the power-hitting Linda Fruhvirtova, or today, the 18-year-old sensation Tereza Valentova, the Czech wall simply refuses to break. But why? Is it just bad luck? Or is there a deeper tactical reason why Alex Eala struggles against this one specific country? To understand this, we have to look at the Czech tennis factory. The Czech Republic has a population of only 10 million people, less than the city of Manila, yet they produce more female tennis champions than almost any other nation on earth. From Martina Navratilova to Petra Kvitova, they have a system that is designed to create Alex Eala destroyers. The Czech style is built on something called flat fire. Unlike Alex, who uses her incredible lefty topspin to move opponents around, Czech players like Valentova are trained from age 5 to hit the ball flat, hard and early. They don't give you rhythm. They don't give you time to breathe. In today's match, we saw exactly how this works. In that first set tiebreak, every time Alex tried to build a rally, Valentova would step inside the baseline and pull the trigger. She finished the match with 22 clean winners compared to Alex's 12. That is a massive gap in firepower. And then there is the Prague mentality. Valentova herself said it in her post-match interview. She's used to hostile crowds. She grew up playing in front of thousands in Europe. Even though the Doha stadium was echoing with shouts of Laban Alex, and Filipino flags were waving in every corner, Valentova didn't blink. She actually thrived on it. While Alex was carrying the weight of 110 million people on her shoulders, the Czech player was playing with total freedom. But let's look at the stats of this specific 0-10 jinx. Do you know that in 6 out of these 10 losses, Alex actually won the first set or took it to a tiebreak? Just like today, she was leading 4-2 in the first set. She fought back from triple set point down in the tiebreak to make it 6-6. The talent is there, the grit is there. But there is a mental block that happens the moment she faces that Czech flag. It's as if she knows the history, and in the big moments, that history becomes a heavy chain around her feet. In the second set today, we saw the collapse. After losing that heartbreaking tiebreak 8-6, Alex's energy didn't just drop, it vanished. She lost the next 4 games in a row. This is the pattern of the Czech jinx. It breaks your heart in the first set, and then it dismantles your spirit in the second. But is there a way out? To reach the top 30, Alex Eala has to find a solution to this problem. She cannot avoid the Czechs forever. In the next part, we are going to look at the WTA's reaction to this loss. Why is the international community calling this a massive marketing disaster for the Doha 1000? And what did the legends like Novak Djokovic really mean when they warned us about the pressure Alex is facing? Don't go anywhere because the top 40 controversy is coming up next, but here is where the story takes a dark and controversial turn. As Alex Eala walked off the court in Doha, head bowed in disappointment, a different kind of storm was brewing in the press rooms and on social media. The international tennis community is in absolute shock. Why? Because the exit of Alex Eala isn't just a loss for the Philippines. It is a massive marketing disaster for the WTA and the Doha 1000 organizers. Think about it, we are talking about a player who officially became world number 40 just hours before the match. She is the biggest sporting icon of a nation with 110 million people. When Alex Eala plays, the viewership numbers don't just go up, they explode. And yet, many fans are asking, was she set up to fail? Let's look at the scheduling. Alex was placed on the court after a series of grueling matches, and despite her ranking, she was forced to face the toughest qualifier in the draw, Tereza Valentova. Many experts are calling this poor management. Why would you risk your biggest marketing asset, the girl who brings the most fans to the stadium, by giving her such a dangerous opening match? And this brings us back to a warning that the greatest of all time, Novak Djokovic, gave just a few weeks ago at the Australian Open. Djokovic saw the chaos that Alex Eala causes. He saw the thousands of Filipinos lining up for hours just to see her practice. And he said something that everyone is remembering today. Djokovic called it a good problem, but he warned that the pressure of representing an entire country so early in your career can be overwhelming. Djokovic's words were prophetic. He hinted that the scheduling of young stars like Alex needs to be handled with care. He argued that players with such massive national followings should be given the biggest stages and the best conditions because they carry the interest of the sport. But in Doha, it felt like the opposite happened. Alex was placed in a high-pressure, low-reward situation, and under the desert heat of Qatar, that pressure finally cracked the top 40 armor. The WTA is now facing a viewership nightmare. With Alex Eala out, and that dream clash with Emma Raducanu officially cancelled, the organisers have lost their biggest draw for the midweek sessions. The Pinoy power that fills the stands is gone. The millions of clicks from Manila are gone. This is a financial blow to the tournament that is estimated to be worth more than any trophy. But there's a deeper question. Is Alex Eala being mistreated by the system? Is her ranking being taken seriously? When Novak Djokovic speaks about poor scheduling, he is talking about the lack of respect for the new generation of stars. Alex Eala is the pioneer. She is the one breaking doors open. But as we saw today, being a pioneer means you have to take the arrows in your back. Eala Nation, the anger you feel is shared by fans around the world. From the forums in the USA to the tennis clubs in Europe, people are asking why the WTA let this golden opportunity slip through their fingers. Was it a mistake? Or is there a bias against players from emerging tennis nations like the Philippines? In the final part of this special deep dive, we are going to look at the new reality. What does this mean for Alex's career in 2026? Can she recover for the next WTA 1000, or has this loss damaged her confidence for good? Stay with me because the final verdict is next. So where do we go from here? The heartbreak in Doha is real, the 0-10 curse is a fact, and the $1 million match against Emma Raducanu is gone. But Eala Nation, before you lose hope, I want you to look at the bigger picture. Because even in this defeat, there is a victory that nobody can take away from us. Today, Tuesday, February 10th, 2026, Alex Eala wakes up as the world number 40. Let that sink in. She has officially achieved what no other Filipina has ever done. She has broken into the elite top 40 of the world. Yes, the Doha match was a setback, but her ranking is still safe. In fact, because she has no points to defend from last year's Middle East swing, her ranking is projected to stay steady or even climb higher as we move towards the United States. And the best news, the journey doesn't stop here. Alex is a frequent flyer this season and her bags are already packed for the next big stage. Her next stop is the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships, another massive WTA 1000 event starting this Sunday, February 15th. She is already listed in the field and this is her immediate chance for redemption. Imagine the story, from a heartbreak in Doha to a comeback in Dubai. This is how legends are made. They don't stay down, they get back up, fly to the next city and swing again. After Dubai, Alex will head to the United States for the Sunshine Swing, the Indian Wells Open and the Miami Open in March. Remember, Miami is where Alex first broke through, reaching the semifinals in a historic run. These are the stages where she belongs. The 0-10 Czech Curse is just a hurdle, not the finish line. Every champion has a kryptonite, and for Alex it just happens to be players from Prague. But as her coach at the Rafa Nadal Academy said, self-belief is the final piece of the puzzle. And after reaching the top 40, Alex knows she belongs in these stadiums. So what is our final verdict on the Doha disaster? It was a tactical failure and a missed financial opportunity, yes, but it was also a massive learning curve. Alex now knows exactly what the Czech players are doing to her. She has the data, she has the motivation, and she has the support of 110 million people. The WTA might have lost a money match today, but they haven't seen the last of Alex Eala. Eala Nation, I want to hear from you. Are you still standing with our champion? Do you believe she can break the Jinx in Dubai next week? We are not giving up on the top 30 dream. We are not giving up on that Raducanu showdown. It will happen, maybe at Indian Wells, maybe at Wimbledon, but it is coming. Flood the comments with Laban Alex and top 30 bound. If you enjoyed this 20-minute deep dive, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We are following every step of this historic 2026 season. From the tears in Doha to the glory that is coming next, we are in this together. Thank you for watching, thank you for being the best fans in the world, and remember, a champion isn't defined by how they win but by how they rise after a fall. Alex Eala is rising, and the world better be ready. Laban.